Have you been told that waking up at 4 a.m. will change your life?
Why is it so important to get up early? Start at 4 a.m. every single day.
I believe that too. Wake up at 4 a.m. and all your problems and miseries will disappear. So me and my brother were forced to wake up at 4 a.m. But then we asked ourselves, is waking up at 4 a.m. making us productive? Or is it silently burning out with the pressure of waking up at 4 a.m.? At the end of the day, the goal is to get things done. So it doesn't matter if you work at 4 a.m. or 1 a.m. What matters is how you feel and how well you work. So can we stop chasing and glorifying the 4 a.m. trophy and start working with our energy, not against it? Now, where are the facts? To second this, well, let's talk facts. So, a massive UK Biobank study, over 26,000 adults found that night owls actually outperformed early birds on intelligence and memory. Yep, owls scored up to 13.5% higher. Even the in-between folks still 6 to 11% better than early riser. So, if your brain comes alive after 6 p.m., that's not laziness. That's biology doing its thing. Which begs the question, are we waking up at 4 a.m. and actually sabotaging our own performance? Success isn't about waking up at 4 a.m. Pretty much, yeah? So in this video, I'll show you why 4 a.m. might be killing your gains, what science actually says about peak performance, and how to map your day based on your unique energy waves using sleep chronotype. Now you might be thinking, why should I listen to you? Like, who are you? You see, I am a full-time software engineer with a big dream and a strength training routine I care about deeply. Now I am building something bigger than myself, a community of professionals that wants to live with intention, alignment and discipline. And you are a professional too. So naturally, I thought, if I just wake up at 4 a.m., I'll finally get ahead. More hours, more discipline, more output, right? So I did it. For week 1, 4 a.m. alarm. Gym, nap, office work, cardio, creative work. In bed by 8 p.m. and then repeat. But by 6 p.m., I was a zombie. I couldn't think, let alone create. Everything I loved, writing, ideating, felt like a chore. So I planned week 2 in a different way. 4 a.m. alarm, creative work first this time. Cardio, office, gym and sleep by 8 p.m. Now I was skipping meals, missing calls from my parents. I wasn't just tired, I was disconnected. From my body, from my people, from my goals. And the worst part, I was doing everything right. Eating clean, training hard, sticking to the plan. But inside, I felt flat. Like I was chasing a version of productivity that didn't belong to me. I wasn't lazy. I was misaligned. And one evening, sitting alone with my laptop, closed and heart racing from another missed call with parents and a half-finished idea, I paused. What if the 4 a.m. routine isn't the secret? It's the trap. I knew there had to be a better way to wake up energized, stay productive and feel aligned with my life. That's when I stumbled upon the work of Dr. Michael Breus, the sleep doctor, and everything started to make sense. And what he said changed everything. You don't need to wake up early to win. You need to wake up when you are built to perform. So he introduced me to a concept that shattered the 4 a.m. myth for good. The sleep chronotypes. Now there are 4 types of sleep chronotypes, and as I talk, I'll explain what do they mean. So the first one is the lion, the early bird. Wakes before 6 a.m., more productive in the morning, bed by 9 to 10 p.m. Strategic, proactive and goal focused. Then comes the second, the bear, the natural rhythm. Follows the sun, productive mid-morning to afternoon. 50% of people are bears and social balance needs routine. Then the wolf, the night owl. Creative energy kicks in afternoon to evening, wakes up later, sleeps late, great for artists, visionaries, and deep thinkers. Dolphin, the light sleeper, struggles with sleep consistency, peak creativity comes in bursts, needs flexibility and low pressure structure. Yes, Shreen, this all looks good in definition, but how to use it to actually make my days productive? So, the step one, find your type. Now, some of us might be able to understand from the description that I've provided, but to verify, there is a quiz that is provided by Dr. Michael Breus. So, I'm linking that link into the description below and you can access that. So, here's also a better way, simple, more insightful, and effective way. And I have used the both. So I did the heavy lifting of creating a printable version and also a digital version. And we'll work together to how to use it. Now map your energy. So for each time block, add what kind of energy you had and what work you did, and any notes around like mood, distraction, the food you had, etc. for the next 3 to 5 days. That will allow enough window to understand your work and energy level. So once you do this for the next 3 to 5 days, come back to each of these sheet and match your task to your peak. Which task type can it match to? If you had a high energy, you can match it to deep work like problem solving, strategy, and creation. If you had medium energy, you can match that to shallow work, email, admin, routine stuff. And if you had low energy, you can match that to connection work like calls, meetings, and reflection. In this way, you now know your task type and energy, and you can set your own rhythm and don't live on the willpower, instead work with your energy. If you are a wolf, don't schedule your most creative work at 6 am. Do deep work at 4 pm. Use mornings for light tasks or admin. If you are a bear, you'll thrive in a 9 to 5. Block your most focused work between 10 am to 2 pm. If you are a lion, do your biggest task early. Save simple to-dos for the afternoon. If you're a dolphin, give yourself grace. Sleep might be unpredictable. Work in short, intentional bursts when energy strikes. Bonus, schedule breaks right before you usually dip in energy, not after. So here's what I discovered. I'm in between lion and bear. Now I wake up at 6 am, not 4 am. That gives me 1 hour of creative work when my mind is sharp, followed by a light and quick 20 to 30 minute cardio session to boost energy. A full workday without fatigue and strength training in the evening to unwind from work and enjoy mind muscle connection. Dinner, family calls, and then sleep by 10 pm. Result, no burnout. I'm not sacrificing food, friends, or joy, and still making more progress with lesser stress. That's when I realized productivity isn't about beating the clock, it's about working with your clock. It's not perfect every day, but it's sustainable, and I'm learning from it. And most importantly, feel good doing it. Success isn't about waking up at 4 am. I stopped glorifying hustle, started honoring flow. Now I get more done in less time with less burnout. I no longer borrow energy from tomorrow. I build that energy with intention today. So ask yourself, when do I feel most focused? When do I feel most drained? Am I building my day around my energy or someone else's blueprint? And let me know in the comment, what is your chronotype? And if you are not sure, I'll link the quiz and also the digital and printable version in the description. Because the 4 am club might not be killing your dreams, but it could be killing your joy. So choose your rhythm, choose rest, and as always, choose you. If this spoke to you, hit subscribe. There's more coming your way on mindset, performance, and the truth behind productivity myths.